Congratulations! You have the insight and forward-thinking capabilities to take charge of your dental health. It has been said that all truth passes through 3 stages. First, it is ridiculed. Secondly, it is violently opposed. Third, it is accepted as being self-evident. Why this book was written. I started on the tooth path when I read the valuable research on native cultures by Weston Price in his book Nutritional and Physical Degeneration. Since then, I have never looked at teeth the same again. The photos shown in Dr. Price's book were amazing, and I couldn't stop thinking about them. Dr. Price's research proved that as soon as the disease-free cultures were introduced to processed foods, such as white flour and sugar, disease became common, bones and teeth did not develop correctly, and dental decay was rampant. The normally broad-faced people with perfectly formed nostrils gradually began to have elongated faces with deformed dental arches, causing crowding of teeth. Other facial deformities include a lack of development of the air passages, causing mouth breathing. As each generation passed and they continued to eat modern foods, these primitive cultures' health and teeth became worse. The most fascinating photo I saw was of the Gaelic Twins Dr. Price photographed. One twin ate his natural native diet of whole foods, while the other twin preferred eating new processed foods. The twin eating whole foods looked healthy and robust with perfect teeth, while his brother who lived on junk had teeth full of decay and many were missing. His face was also noticeably narrower. He had a deformed arch and his teeth were also crooked. If you have not seen these photos in Dr. Price's book, you really have to take a look as they are truly amazing. It shows what happens to cultures that adopt a diet full of modern foods and how each generation is affected more than the last. Since reading Dr. Price's book, I have been fascinated by the diet-tooth connection and have continued to find more information proving that what we eat directly affects our teeth. I showed the pictures from the book by Dr. Price to my 2 girls one day, and they both said, "We don't want to have teeth like that, Mom. Why do they have such ugly teeth? How can we keep our teeth from looking like that?" I told them the truth to the best of my knowledge at the time. I told them that a processed diet is devoid of nutrients, and if they don't get all the vitamins and minerals they need to keep their bones and teeth strong, they would have decaying and crooked teeth, just like the people in those pictures. I told them we could avoid cavities if we nourished our bodies with whole and organic foods as much as possible. But there was much more I needed to know, so we could all avoid the common dental problems, and I knew I did not have a real plan for taking care of my family's teeth. I needed some kind of alternative dental plan to give my girls that they could follow for life. But even when searching the best alternative websites on the web and searching through my own library of over 100 health books, I found nothing solid that I could really look at and know for sure that this would help us. All the recommendations of the experts were to see your dentist for help. That wasn't an option for me. I knew there was no way I was going to expose my children to that scenario because I had studied just a little bit and found fluoride to be completely toxic. Anyone who investigates fluoride for just an hour will find the same thing. I also did not want to be in a position where I had to try and convince the dentist that fluoride was toxic, because I remember what it was like when I tried to convince my baby's doctor that I was concerned about mercury in vaccines. I wasn't opposed to vaccines, but the mercury I had issues with. That doctor discredited everything I said and looked at me sternly and said, "If you don't vaccinate your child and she gets a disease, you'll be held accountable." The bottom line was that going to the dentist for prevention was not the answer for me or my family. The real truth is, if none of us had cavities or gum disease, dentists would be out of business. Bad teeth start with cavities and gum problems, and a dentist can only thrive in a country or place, a city, any area where people have decaying teeth and bad gums. If dentists were in fact really preventing cavities with their current protocols, they would not survive. Filling cavities, performing gum surgery, root canals, etc. are what keep dentists in business and making money. I am not knocking capitalism, but if going to a dentist is the best we can do to care for our teeth, why is it that by age 17, the average American has 13 cavities? I'm going to interject here and say that this is old data. We actually have new data that shows that the cavities are affecting people at a younger age, and more people have cavities right now. So we can talk about this topic all day long. We can mention that the Native Americans who've had the most forced dentistry and fluoridation for over 60 years, and the fact that they've had the worst teeth in America. Clearly, the state of health in general in America is not well, and this condition of the teeth is comparable. Western medicine and current dental practice is not working to make our teeth healthier. But it is a fact that dentists are necessary now and will continue to be, because the reality is not everyone will do what they need to do to prevent cavities and gum disease on their own. The people who are not willing to take simple steps every day to keep their teeth healthy will always need a dentist to fill their cavities and perform root canals. But as far as prevention goes, dentists are not the answer, and the fluoride treatments they use are not working to prevent anything. Fighting the government on the fluoride issue is a tough battle too, considering there is not one person in mainstream news media that will discuss the toxicity of fluoride. From Dr. Judd's book, Good Teeth, Birth to Death, he states, our long association with the mainstream news media, including all national and local newspapers, radio and television, shows them to be 100% against discussing fluoride, except to say fluoride is going to be put in your water. The disinformation program and cover-up agencies include the AMA, ADA, EPA, NRC, NIDR, NTC, HRSA, HHH, AMDIA, U.S. President, Surgeon General, Consumers Union, all state dental societies, all state medical societies, Kim and English News, USA Today, all U.S. senators, all U.S. representatives, and all governors. This is a little weird considering fluoride is a nerve poison which has killed several children in the dentist chairs, kidney patients on unfiltered fluoridated water, and one on water overfed with fluoride. The only thing we can do at this point is take our health into our own hands, and that means taking full responsibility for making sure our teeth and our children's teeth are in good health. Depending on the dentist to prevent cavities doesn't work. Good dental care and cavity prevention begins at home, and we all need to take the health of our teeth seriously. Finding a solid plan for taking care of my family's teeth became a major obsession. I thought about it, and instead of continuing to stress over it, I prayed for an answer. I had no idea I was about to discover Dr. Judd and his plan just one day later, but that is exactly what happened. I was truly blessed to come across Dr. Judd's extensive research and his fascinating, foolproof plan to keep natural teeth for life. He proved that everything we thought about caring for teeth in the past was not true, and that if a few simple steps were followed every day, teeth actually improved. After I read his info, I was so excited, I couldn't stand it. I have not been so excited about health info in years, and I felt compelled to not only put my own family on his plan, but also to share with the world the truth about taking care of teeth and keeping them for life. Dr. Judd's book, Good Teeth, Birth to Death, is a must-read. It provides facts and compiled research and proves how toxic fluoride is in the body, what really causes tooth decay and gum disease, and how bad regular toothpaste is for teeth, and much more. He spent 5 long years researching teeth and their composition and discovered the perfect plan to keep teeth for life. Dr. Judd is extremely qualified to present his information, as he had been a chemist for 33 years and a researcher for 18 years prior to his research in Good Teeth, Birth to Death. Dr. Judd's plan is simple, economical, and anyone can do it. I really consider his book one of the greatest finds of the last century, written in 1997. Dr. Judd's only goal is to get this information out to as many people as possible. His research shows we can do away with the need for expensive and unnecessary dental work. We can help our teeth to re-enamelize every day and prevent cavities for good. I have implemented Dr. Judd's plan into my family's lifestyle, and the 3 easy steps that follow are what I came up with to keep everything simple. There was some trial and error in the beginning, but we now have a plan we can live and stick with for life. The information contained in this quick read is the solution for you and your family, so you can keep your natural teeth for life too. It's never too late to start taking truly good care of your teeth and gums. But first, let's talk about the myths of tooth decay. Dr. Judd talks about a town in Texas called the town without a toothache. This town had almost no decay due to their high milk consumption and soil richer in phosphate than any town in the U.S. There were also military studies which showed World War II soldiers from certain areas in New Jersey had low tooth decay. But decades have passed, and since they started eating processed carbs and junk food instead of whole foods, they are besieged with the same tooth troubles found in other American cities. The vital nutrients needed for healthy teeth and gums must be present in the body to prevent cavities. You may have read that death begins in the colon. Well, I believe death begins in the mouth. Take a look at your teeth and gums, and you will know exactly what is going on in your body. Your teeth and gums reflect the condition of your health. Remember this: good teeth are not a matter of genetics. It is chemistry of the enamel and gums, period. Enamel and healthy gums are built by proper nutrition. Fluoride does not prevent cavities. Since Harry Truman passed a bill in 1951 that subsidized dentistry, the government started spending millions on buildings, annual programs, school gels, swishes, tablet treatments, and research grants. Then, during the Reagan administration, virtually all of our dental care management was given to this subsidized dental industry, and it is now costing billions. But the fact remains that even though we have all this dentistry available, it is failing miserably. There is proof that American teeth and gums are being ruined by fluoridation. Here are just a few of the facts about fluoride. Numerous top scientists over the past 60 years have discarded the theory that fluoride helps teeth, or that fluoride is a nutrient helpful to man. Fluoride is the smallest negative particle on the face of the earth. Since the fluoride particles are so small and so intensely negative, they connect with the hydrogen bonds holding the enzyme coils in place and ruin every enzyme molecule at the very low concentrations, about 1 to 3 parts per million. These enzymes are often 3,000 or more times the size of the fluoride. The effect is devastating. Fluoride destroys 83 enzymes in the body. The mechanism for destruction of enzymes by fluoride has been proven by X-ray studies, hydrogen bonds, are broken by fluoride as well. Fluoride is a severe biological poison. Again, being intensely negative, it unlashes positive hydrogen bonds in enzymes and proteins. Plus, fluoride detaches the gum tissue, forming gum pockets from 1 to 8 millimeters deep. Dr. Judd states, receding gum surgery will end when the gum pockets cease. The very mention of the procedure, which involves transferring flesh from the roof of the mouth to the excised area of the gums, is a heinous and useless procedure that ought to pass into oblivion. Fluoride is a nerve poison. Fluoride causes cavities. There is not the slightest doubt. Dr. Judd states, to avoid fluoride is to prevent more than 114 ailments. These 114 medical side effects extend all the way from cancer down to headaches caused by 1 part per million fluoride in the water. 13 of these side effects are proved by a double-blind study on 60 patients by 12 physicians, 1 pharmacist, and 1 attorney. Spokesmen for national groups are beginning to notice an alarming rise in cavities among children and teens. Some dentists recommend dental sealants, especially for older teens not previously considered candidates for the treatment. But if sealants are now ordered, aren't dentists admitting no confidence in the ability of fluoride to prevent cavities? Says Dr. Judd, removal of fluoride from drinking water, pastes, or gels saves the enzyme adenosine diphosphatase, so it can deliver phosphate to calcium at the tooth surface, resulting in a beautiful, semi-flexible enamel. And for those that care about wrinkles and such, fluoride disrupts the connective tissue, causing excessive cross-linking, cysts, and premature aging of the skin. Clearly, getting rid of fluoride is the first important step to take care of your teeth and other problems in the body. A big myth: cavities are caused by bacteria. A great amount of reputable dental research proves bacteria does not damage tooth enamel. Dr. Judd states, we know that bacteria have nothing to do with the loss of enamel. Witness the billions of animal and human remains in the earth, which have lost all the flesh and are reduced to tooth enamel and bones. It is quite evident that the teeth have been through bacterial contact but are unaffected. The same with human teeth. They cannot be affected by bacteria because there is no carbon or hydrogen in enamel, which bacteria subsist on. Bacteria cannot damage the enamel, which is made up of calcium hydroxyphosphate. There is no such thing as decay of the enamel caused by bacteria, since bacteria require carbon and hydrogen to live. Billions of human and animal remains show teeth and bones are resistant to earth-bound organisms. Dr. Judd says the study of streptococcus mutants as a source of so-called decay is a waste of government funding donated to dental organizations. I will admit, you can find tons of literature stating bacteria in the mouth feed upon sweets, causing acids that cause cavities. I find this interesting because I know of a doctor that uses sugar to kill bacteria, not feed it. Richard Knutson, MD, an orthopedic surgeon at Delta Medical Center in Greenville, Mississippi, says he's treated more than 5,000 serious wounds over the past 10 years with a mixture of tamed iodine and sugar, healing a variety of mishaps. He says sugar leaves bacteria without the nutrients necessary to grow or multiply, so that blows up the whole theory of sugar and other sweets feeding the bacteria. The next time you read any advertisement or see a commercial about a product that states it kills bacteria that causes cavities, shake your head because you now know the real truth is bacteria does not cause tooth decay. What about sugar and tooth decay? Sugar does not have a direct reaction to enamel either, I am happy to report. There was a 45-page paper published that said fructose, glucose, and sucrose chelate dissolve calcium, but Dr. Judd has never been able to duplicate this in his own experiments, even when using hot water solutions. His research has proven sugar does not chelate or clog the teeth. I will say that sugar does affect nutrient levels in the body, and eating plenty of it will cause problems that affect teeth and bones. Sugar does not build strong gum tissue either, as it contains zero nutrients. Gum disease is the cause of tooth loss. Weston Price showed clearly in his book how a diet in processed foods completely changed a culture, from the way their face was shaped down to the deformities of their feet. And the fact that practically every person in America needs braces also proves that sugar and processed foods have affected our teeth. But knowing that sugar does not directly affect enamel is not the license to chew or suck on hard candy all day. Sugar will wreck your teeth and bones from the inside out because it robs nutrients. If you need something sweet, try some raw honey. So, what really causes cavities? Simply, tooth enamel, essentially calcium phosphate, reacts with all acids to form cavities. See any chemistry text dealing with solubilities. The proton of the acid pulls the phosphate right out of the enamel and fast. But the simple procedure followed in step 1 will keep the teeth from reacting to the acids. Now you know the truth about fluoride and what really causes cavities, so you are ready for step 1.